Okay, I put on my story truth or drink questions because like that'll be fun as well.
Yeah.
So we can just like do a bit of both. So we're gonna do interesting questions and we're also
hybrid.
gonna do truth or drink questions.
Yeah, because I think as well. Oh. Honest opinions on Hey Ya by Outcast.
Like
I swear now I have a whole spiel prepared. Opinions on misogyny. Opinion on misogyny. It was good while it lasted. Time to pack it in, boys. That's what I'd say, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
we had a good run.
It was good while it lasted. And the not all men thing.
They're really copping on at this stage, boys. We are getting away with fuck off anymore, to be honest. And it was all downhill once they got the vote. That's where I think it was. We took a big blow. And now it's time to just pack it in and just let them.
I have a truth or drink right here. Boss, if you and Ellie made a porno, would Paul watch it? That's disgusting.
Right, there's a few layers. There's a few layers to that question, right? That first suggests that the two of you are willing to have sex. That's like not even in the question.
Yeah, that's not even the point.
And so not only that, it's like if you've made a porno, like if you've filmed one of the times you've had sex. Which that's not even the question.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Would I watch
hypothetically,
it? But yes, I definitely, yeah.
A better question.
I don't know if I'd be comfortable in my relationship with Saoirse if she was having like habitual sex with her sister.
Yeah.
Alright. I think the real question is if me and Paul did a sex tape and it was like out on Pornhub and stuff, would you watch it?
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe. And this is maybe like, how could you not? Do you know what
honestly, I said this to you guys in the group chat. When you guys had your video of you guys kissing, I watched it like a couple times. Like I watched it a couple times and I was like, why do I feel like this? So it was like the TikTok. The TikTok was like, why do I feel like this? Like I was like watching it, I was like, why am I like, what is the enjoyment of
it? I was like busy at the time. I was like making food or something.
Yeah.
And so I seen all the notifications coming in, didn't really see it. And then I just saw Ellie saying.
It's in our group chat, by the way.
Yeah, and then I just saw Ellie saying, to be honest, I might unsend these. So I was like, okay, I have to go see what this is now. Like about 7 texts in a row being like, to be honest, I've been watching that video of you making out and it's kind of hot. Like, no, I'm not being weird. And then she was explaining. And then she goes, to be honest, I might unsend. And then I was on the chat and they were all unsent.
So funny, yeah.
But you see, the thing is as well, it's like, both of you look like you're both really good kissers as well. Weird thing to say, but it's true. I was like, they both look like they're enjoying that kiss. Sorry, but yeah, the answer to the question, yeah, I probably would watch the sex tape, but not in a sexual way. Sorry, can I just retract my previous statement about me being turned on by video of Paul and Saoirse making out? That was an elaborate gag.
It was an exaggeration for.
It was an exaggeration, but to be honest, I did watch it a couple of times, and was like, why does this make me feel sort of kind of way? Would I watch the sex tape? Yes, but then I'd probably turn it off after like 5 minutes because even
5 minutes is generous, Ella.
Yeah, but like even Saoirse like sitting on Paul's lap earlier like made me deeply uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? So then at the end, like it made me. Did you not hear me? I was like, God, stop! Like I was getting pissed off.
Oh really?
I feel like I'm like a dork.
Me and Paul are so like ignorant about that kind of stuff. Like we're so sexual with other people.
Yeah, and you're so like. Both of you, I can see both of you going into sexy mode. Do you know what I mean? It's like
what makes it more hot is that there's someone else in the room.
Yeah. Oh my god, ew. No, the fact it's like not the affectionate. It's the fact that both of you are in sexy mode.
You know, actually, almost every time before me and Saoirse have sex to initiate it, I look at her dead in the eyes, and without a hint of irony, I say "sexy mode activated," and that's how I start.
Really, is this a joke?
Okay. Is your pussy or pubic hair shaved or grown out?
Is my pussy shaved or grown out?
Babe, this is a good question. What's something they've done that made you angry but you never brought it up?
Ooh.
I'm gonna take a shot.
Yeah, maybe do. Yeah, because like sometimes it's like...
Because it's not something that like, it's just...
You don't want it to
when you're pissing me off in general. It's not like something that's like this big thing. It's like when you're pissing me off. And if I was to say it would just be mean and like irrelevant.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, you know, when you're with a person all the time, you're like, fuck off.
This isn't a cop-out, but I can't think of anything. But bear in mind, that's not being like, I never get annoyed at little Saoirse. I just literally... Like if Saoirse...
That's not a shot, sorry. Did you see what she just did there? She went like this, and then she went like this. Look. Paul, look at this. Like there's no way me and Paul were spilling it because we filled it up to the top like.
Yup.
Sorry, no, it was like half of that, but...
It wasn't, it was like...
You're a pussy.
Oh, so you're not saying it?
Okay. I'm just going to say for me. I probably would just take a shot because like when you get if you're not bringing up the fact that you're annoyed, it's usually because it's for a petty mean reason why you're annoyed. Like.
Guys, you know is like this weird thing that everyone has like a weird thing they find funny. What I think is so funny is when people go, I'm gonna take a shot. Least favorite of each other's friends.
Oh, it's bleeped. Well, it has to be bleeped. You know what I mean? So there's no consequences. You can't do that. That's so cruel.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna say for Paul. Ooh, who's it for Paul?
I like all.
Easy.
Oh yeah. Also,
I literally love all of Paul's friends. Like, I love all of Paul's friends. Every single one of them.
I love all of Paul's
They're
friends.
good,
I love all of Paul's friends too, but I had to choose to stop making me feel like a cunt. What's the last text from your phone?
No, I can't read mine out.
Mine's my therapist. She said we'll
My
swim Friday.
balls fucking hurt.
I
feel like.
Uh,
Why is he so hesitant?
Hi Paul, will you leave your glasses in the kitchen please? I'm putting on the dishwasher.
That was his mummy. Most embarrassing night out moment. I'm gonna take a shot because I should stop exposing myself so much. So I'm gonna take a shot.
One time I was at a gaff with like majority people I didn't know when I was very, very drunk, and I started with this gag.
Yeah, just do that.
It was very unfunny, but I started this gag that was like I'd pretend to people that their mom had contacted me and asked them to go home.
That's good. That's good.
But it was obviously like I was never actually trying to convince anyone, obviously. But I was like, "Your mom, what's her name again?" And then they tell me their mom's name. I was like, "Yeah, Teresa." She's after ringing me. She says, "What's your name again?"
That's
and then
not
they'd be like,
embarrassing
"Adam," and
at
I'd be
all.
like, "No, wait." And then I'd be like, "Yeah." She said, "Teresa texted me," and she goes, "Adam needs to get home right now. He's taking the piss." And I kept doing it, like everyone, until I reached this guy, and he let me do the whole thing. He gave me the name, he let me do the whole spiel, and then I was laughing. And he goes, "My mom's dead." And she was.
Oh my god.
He was a legend about it though, in fairness. And he was very, very cool about it. Because obviously I just started profusely apologising.
Oh my god, that's so...
And he was like, no, I admire the enthusiasm. And I was like, yeah, so that was definitely the one where I still look back and I'm like...
Oh my god.
Most annoying thing the other person does.
Bites her nails.
Cracks your fucking... Ugh! He does this thing where he twists his ankle to like crack it, and it really pisses me off, and it makes me want to hit him in the face.
Ellie, I will say that there are very, very seldom am I like, Ellie's annoying me. But in fairness, I spend a lot more time with Saoirse.
What's an annoying thing you do?
Knock on that fucking
Well, I was
door.
just about to say
Knock
that.
on that
when you
fucking
knock on
wall.
the door, like...
Yeah.
Knock on the
Oh, knock on the door
wall?
and knock on the wall
wall.
when me and Paul are being lit.
Yeah.
Because because we obviously like that room is my room, and then if they're watching, because my sleeping schedule is a lot different to theirs. Like I go to sleep at like 10 o'clock, and like get up early in the morning. So if they and fucking Paul has the loudest voice, that's the most annoying thing about Paul. He has this fucking loud goddamn voice, and he just be screaming.
I'm like my brother like that, because my brother I don't shout, but I just I don't know, something about my voice is just kind of like, wow.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? So it just you can always hear it through every other frequency. My brother's
Like,
just
would you
nice.
be more pissed at Ellie or Paul if they shat in your bed? So this goes for...
And is this purposefully or accidentally?
Either.
Well, either.
I would be more pissed at Ellie, because if Paul did, I'd be like, that's kind of hot. But anyway.
What's your favourite thing about each other?
Saoirse's eyes.
No, but do you like my personality?
Oh, it's how kind and like nurturing and like not like non-judgmental in a broad sense, but non-judgmental in like the people who deserve love sense. Do you know what I mean?
Your patience and your kindness.
Thank you.
That you're always like just a ray of sunshine.
Thank
You're like
you.
a ray of
Yeah,
sunshine.
your positivity and
Your
also
positivity
you're
and
just
like just the way that you kind of like you're devil's advocate and you give everyone a chance.
yeah.
You give everyone a voice, and you give everyone a reason to be heard.
Yeah, and also you're really enjoyable to have conversations with,
Yeah.
and you're also what's the word? You're like the opposite of a people pleaser, but you're not that you're one of those people who's like, oh, just say it out straight. Like you're not one of those. But like if someone's venting to you and they say something and they're in the wrong, you'll kind of be like, do you really think that that's fair? You know what I mean? As opposed like where every time I'll be like, fact, he's a prick, even though they're being completely unfair. Do you know what I mean? Like you've got I know, morals.
You're open-minded.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah,
Wow,
and you're
thanks.
really like sure of, and also you're really like sure of your opinions. and stuff like that. I think it's really hot and cool that you're like sure of your opinions and like you have your own opinions and stuff. And like it's not that like you're like closed-minded where you like you won't hear anyone else's, but you'll be like, this is what I believe, and you stick to what you believe, and that's what you do.
Now Ellie gets to do us.
My favourite thing about Saoirse is
it's hard, isn't it?
My favourite thing about Saoirse is that she's the most loving person I've ever met in my life, where it's like I have no one else, where it's like I don't want to talk about you and make it about me, but it's like I've never met somebody in like so much in my whole life who can give people so much love and comfort and make people feel so calm. And there's so many things that I want to say that are good about you, because I've said to you so much that I think that you're like a born fucking spiritual speaker, and I think you're a teacher, you know what I mean? I feel like you're put on this planet to teach people, and I think your entire and you're such a fucking natural, and it pisses me off so much because you're a natural genius. You make people feel so comfortable. You just have such a you put down this cloth of comfort for every single person that you meet, and you welcome them into you and you look after them, you know, and I think that's so beautiful. And it's like even if I'm feeling shit, the only person on earth who can make me feel better is you. Do you know? Like you're such a good comforter is my favourite thing. Now there's so many things that I love about you, and because you're so talented, you're such a genius, like blah blah blah. I've said this to you 100 times that I feel like you're better, you're so much like smarter and like everything than me, but it's just that I like work. Everything that I want I have to work for, but it's like you just seem to just be, you just grace your earth and you just frolic along and you just have these natural born abilities that I just think are amazing. My favourite thing about Paul is Paul's there's loads of things that I love about Paul as well, like Paul fucking, oh my god, you know I love you, I love your bones, but my favourite thing about you is your talent. Like your talent for writing, I think, is definitely like the thing that it makes me. And your sense of humor, maybe actually, and as well, you've the same thing with Saoirse, where it's like I'm instantly just so comfortable with you.
And he can really adapt to people easily. Like he can adapt to himself. He can adapt.
Yeah, he's always friendly. You're always not, and I said this before. You're nice to people, even if you're having a bad day. You're always friendly and kind to people.
I'm gonna start crying.
You never. Oh my god! Like because you'll be going through some serious shit, but you're never rude. You know what I mean? You'd never be a person to be like, and I'd always be rude to people, and they'd be like, well, I'm having a bad day, so like, meh. But like, you're always kind to every single person you meet, and you don't discriminate against people in terms of being like, because I know so many people, especially, this is why I love hanging out with you and your mates, because it's a thing where I feel like so many people that I know are like social climbers. Do you know what I mean? Where they're like, you can leave this in or you can take it out.
He's not shallow, right?
Yeah, you're not shallow. You never go, oh, I only want to talk to the popular kids or like people who can benefit me in some way. You treat every single person that you meet the exact same.
Thanks.
But also I love your talent for writing is probably my favourite thing, just because it's like every single time I read one of your poems, I'm just like absolutely amazed that I know someone that talented.
Thanks, Ellie. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. I appreciate it.
And I'm just so excited. Like I actually think you're both the two best people that I've ever met in my entire life. And I just find myself being like, I feel like I couldn't be the person that I am today if it wasn't for the two of you.
Oh my
like,
god.
I fucking love you two more than anyone else.
Yeah.
Like talk.
Can you imagine it for me where it's like, because you've known Saoirse all your life, but can you imagine it for me like walking into this?
Yeah.
Like, not only meeting like the girl of my dreams, but also like, you know what I mean? Finding like a best friend as well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Paul, I think it's like inevitable that me and you were gonna make her. Let's just do it. What would you do if like we were locked one night and I was like, Paul, it's inevitable. Let's do it.
But honestly,
wait. Would you? This is what I think would be a funny question, right? Would you? Do you
I pretend I didn't hear you.
Do you think that? Do you think hypothetically? Because I was thinking about this the other day. Hypothetically, if Saoirse didn't exist, do you think me and you would ever be able to date? Yes or no?
That's such a good question.
To be honest,
I think Paul would be scared.
This sounds like such a cop-out. No, I don't think I would be, but I feel like me and Ellie are the kind of people who would go on one date and then realise, this sounds like such a cop-out question, but I feel like me and you would go on one date and then realise that that's not going to work, and then we'd be really, really good mates.
Yeah,
and that feels like such a cop-out question, because it's just like, oh no, because we're like best friends.
Yeah, no.
But I genuinely think, because there's like, jokes aside, there couldn't, like, You know what I mean? We're just not
Yeah.
compatible in that
I
way.
know,
really.
no, I
No
agree
sexual
with you.
chemistry.
Yeah, it wouldn't
no.
be a thing where it's like, it's not even besides.
Now
it's-
kill him.
We just
Yeah.
wouldn't be. I would definitely though, if I'd known Paul and he was my age and you were you never existed, I'd probably fancy him from afar. But then as I got
She's
to know,
not making eye contact.
yeah, do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
probably.
Making eye contact.
And,
And
then,
then maybe
here's how
we
it
go on
usually
a date.
goes out. It'd go, we go on a date, we come back to mine, game over.
What was your first opinion of Paul, Saoirse? You go
I
first.
thought he was really sexy, obviously, and I thought that he was really like vulnerable and like kind and like not like trying to be cool and not like one of the lads, like, you know, trying to be cool in front of his friends and stuff. And I thought he was quite reserved and mysterious and shy. That's what I thought.
I
and
thought
sexy.
Paul was, when I first met Paul, and I remember it so like vividly of Paul. I remember just Paul sitting on the side of that bed and he had a smoke in his mouth and he was tying his shoelace. And I remember looking at him and being like, this is a cool motherfucker. Like that was all I could think. I was like, he is so cool. You know what I mean? I just thought that was what the main thing was. I just was like, this fella is like, cause I think I was coming in to get like my clothes for work. And I was like coming in because obviously I wanted to know what the tea was. Sears had like a boy in her bedroom, so I was like, oh, I'm going in for the tea. And then I went in and I was like kind of like intimidated. I was like, who is this cool guy? Yeah, like that was it for sure.
Well, my first impression of Saoirse, well, I knew her before I met her, which is pretty embarrassing. I knew her a good bit before I met her.
He was a Moncrief.
No, I was not. No, I was not. But I just knew Saoirse because she was just that hot bird in the air above me that I was never gonna get with. I just had a dream. You know what I mean? That's what I sound like. But so like I heard her name, but so I didn't really have much of a first impression for the first while that I had her, that I knew her, and then when I like followed you, which started the fucking catalyst of us like getting together
Totally
and stuff.
making out. And
Totally fucking raw, dude.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm just gonna be licking your ass. I was just like,
no, I was licking your
yeah,
ass.
I was like, she's just like super hot, also like seems down to earth, seems like in touch with herself, seems like emotionally beautiful as well as obviously physically beautiful, and just really cool. I just thought you were deadly cool. Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's a real like childish, immature thing to say, but I was just like, she's really cool. You know what I mean? And it's like one of those things where you're just like, you know what I mean? So.
Can we talk about what just happened?
Can we
talk
I was thinking the exact same thing. What the?
You said it! You put it into words, man!
What?
Anyway, let's move on. Someone goes, who's most likely to be gay? All three of us
All
are
three
gay
of
as
us are gay
Christmas.
as
All
Christmas.
three of us are gay as Christmas. So.
No
Okay.
one loves cock more than me, but some come dangerously close. What's
What's your favorite memory together?
Oh.
I remember me and Paul last lockdown
For all three.
Are you
of
gonna
us.
say the same thing?
when we sat in the
When we
field.
sat in that field with the little field
Yeah.
that makes all the pretty flowers, yeah,
And
yeah,
then we
yeah.
were like, this is just like heaven.
Yeah.
Okay, well no, I meant for all three of us, like not just you. guys.
Oh, as a trio,
Yeah, as
oh
a
man.
trio.
Oh, I remember
There's so many,
recently we just had a day where we were just having chats all
That was so
all
good.
day.
Yeah.
And when
That probably was
when
my
I
favorite
read
too.
when I read out
when
the
we were
first-
hungover and you just
Yeah.
came into my room and we were all sitting in my single bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
that as
lovely.
well, but yeah, we had like a day where it was when I like read out the prison experiment thing.
Oh yeah,
and
that was good.
day was so fun because we were just like having such good chats all the time.
Yeah,
So
I my favourite was probably like that morning in your room.
Yeah.
Because I remember just being like, I'm not trying to sound real sad. This sounds like real dark, but I seldom have moments where I'm really, really enjoying myself, and I
Yeah,
really
me
feel
too.
good when I'm sober. And so a lot of the time, if I'm like really feeling good and I'm like really appreciative of my life and the people around me, I'm usually drunk.
Yeah.
And so then the next day, that's like scorned by, you know, you're like, that wasn't real or whatever. But that I can look back on that freely.
VP.
I make pee.
Okay, ass. Oh my god. Okay.
What do you think? I walked up the stairs.
Yeah.
I walked up the stairs
I'm not
like
gonna
2 steps at a
partake.
time.
He looked though. I'll look back on the footage. And see
Guys,
if
you
he
know what? I was thinking today.
looked. Oh, look at Ellie's tits.
Anytime someone has their tits out though, it's like so hard not to look at them because they're
It's
just
like
so.
it's like don't think of a pink elephant.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I
It's
mean?
so hard not to. But honestly, I just have fucking a great set of tits
She does,
as well.
she
Is the
does,
other
she
thing.
does.
Possibly, I'd actually go as far as
Oh,
to
what
say
do you think?
I have the best set of tits in Dublin.
I think I have the best set of tits in Dublin.
Yeah, well, he has to agree. to
After
that,
Belle
doesn't
Delphine.
She's not in Dublin.
No, I think I have my. You see, Saoirse has nice perky tits, but mine are nice and perky, but they're bigger.
Please don't ever say that again. Thank you so much for watching. Love you all. Thank
Okay,
you.
we're gonna put an end to it because we're like, it's been going on for so long.
Okay,
thanks.
love you.
Guys, can we listen to some
We
music?
ended on a